Welcome back to the channel. The objective of this video is to help you accelerate your English learning experience. I'm going to do that by giving you 9 steps to follow. Do these 9 steps, and you will see incredible results in your learning curve. Memorization of new English vocabulary is an essential step in becoming fluent in the language. However, it can be a challenging task, especially for learners of English as a second language. I will discuss some tips and ideas that can help accelerate the path to fluency in English by making vocabulary memorization more effective and efficient. Tip number 1. The importance of using flashcards. One of the most effective ways to remember new vocabulary is to use flashcards. Write the English word on one side of the card and its translation or definition on the other side. You can use physical flashcards or digital flashcard apps. The benefit of using flashcards is that you can easily carry them with you and review them whenever you have free time, such as while waiting for a bus or train, or during a break at work or school. Tip number 2, the power of repetition. Repetition is key when it comes to memorization of new vocabulary. The more you hear or say a word, the more likely you are to remember it. Repeat new words out loud and try to use them in sentences. This will help to reinforce the word in your memory and make it more likely to stick. Tip number 3, learn and use vocabulary in context. When learning new vocabulary, it is important to understand the context in which the word is used. For example, the word bat can mean a flying mammal or a piece of equipment used in baseball. Knowing the context will help you understand the meaning of the word and remember it better. Tip number 4, make use of online resources. You are using an online resource right now. The internet is full of useful resources that can really help you accelerate your learning. Make sure you take the time to explore our channel here at Lexication. We upload new content every day, aimed at all levels covering vocabulary, grammar, idiomatic expressions, and much more. Tip number 5, practice with native speakers if possible. Practicing new vocabulary with native speakers is an excellent way to improve your fluency in English. Not only will you be able to practice using the new words in conversation, but you will also learn the correct pronunciation and intonation. You can find native speakers to practice with by joining a conversation group or taking an English class. Tip number 6, create connections. Another effective way to improve your memorization of new vocabulary is to create connections between the new words and things you already know. For example, if you learn the word book, think of other words that are related to books, such as author, library, and pages. This will help to create a mental map that will make it easier to remember the new words. Tip number 7, watch English language movies and TV shows. Watching English language movies and TV shows is a great way to expose yourself to new vocabulary in context. Choose shows or movies that are appropriate for your level of English and try to focus on the dialogue and the story. This will help you to understand the meaning of new words and remember them better. Tip number 8, make it fun. Learning new vocabulary can be boring, but it doesn't have to be. Find ways to make it fun. You can play vocabulary games, such as hangman or crossword puzzles, or use flashcards to create a matching game. You can also compete with a friend or family member to see who can learn the most new words in a certain time period. Tip number 9, keep a vocabulary journal. Finally, one of the best ways to remember new vocabulary is to keep a vocabulary journal. Write down new words and their meanings as you learn them. Review the words periodically to refresh your memory. It can be very satisfying to look back on your progress over time and see how many new words you've learned. In conclusion, memorization of new English vocabulary is an essential step in becoming fluent in the language. Today we have learned that the following steps are crucial to accelerate your learning process and ability to remember and use newly learned language. Use flashcards. Repeat new words. Understand the context. Explore online resources. Practice with native speakers. Create connections. Watch English language movies and TV shows. Make it fun. Keep a vocabulary journal. Remember to be patient with yourself, consistent in your practice, immerse yourself in the language, and don't be afraid of making mistakes. With hard work and dedication, you can reach your goal of fluency in English. Thanks for coming by. Hope to see you soon again.